Y'all, I'm so excited about this year. This year, I got on Tirzepatide January the 1st, lost 60 pounds in less than 6 months, and I've never felt better. I haven't. This is the best I have felt as long as I can remember, at least 10 years, y'all. I feel good about it. I do. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all why I got started on this, because I've been dieting my whole life, y'all. How come it didn't work before? First, I'm gonna tell y'all why I got started, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I did to lose this weight, y'all, because I was dedicated, because I was spending money. And when I'm spending money, I get real dedicated. When I first started this journey, January the 1st, y'all, I was scared to get on the scale, because I was like, girl, I know you haven't gotten on the scale in months. I know you gained weight, and I did. I started off at 189, y'all, and I was like, that is so close to 200. In a couple of months, we'll be 200 pounds, and this is really gonna be hard to get this weight off. So let's just start with day one, y'all. So after Christmas, I was like, girl, you gotta do something. You have been eating and eating this year, emotional eating, happy, sad, mad, all the emotions you've been eating. You've been celebrating with food. You've been living your best food life, y'all. And I did. I really did. I got out of control. But I was like, you gotta start this year off fresh, because I was not doing nothing but gaining weight, y'all. And I was like, girl, you deserve it. Girl, you do not deserve all that dessert. You do not deserve all them snacks. You do not need it. You know what those snacks taste like? Girl, why are you on them snacks again? Y'all, food was my life. It was taking over my life. But I was like, girl, you gotta figure something out, because you dieting, but you quitting. You diet again, you quitting. You exercise, you quitting. You gotta stick to something. You got to. So I was looking on TikTok. I was looking on social media. I was just looking on different things on how to lose weight, and ran across like the GLP-1 community, y'all, where you can get the semaglutide, which I think is Ozempic, and the Tirzepatide. I don't know if that's Wegovy. I don't know what the name brand is, because I got the compound, but I ran across that and I was like, what is that? And then it was like, oh yeah, celebrities be using Ozempic. And I was like, oh, you gotta have money for that. I ain't got it. But I just started looking into it and researching it, and I was like, girl, put it in the budget. Put it in the budget, because I mean, you've tried every other diet already. I have tried all the diets, y'all. I've tried all of the things, and nothing has worked. And I was exercising and eating right. But you kind of get discouraged when you exercise and eating right and you still ain't losing the weight. The most I could lose by myself was like 10 pounds. And then after that, I'm just like, why am I doing all of this for nothing if I'm just gonna lose 10 pounds? What is 10 pounds? So I was already plotting the beginning of the year, January the 1st, I want to be on top of my diet. I want to be losing weight. And I was already thinking, you finna do low carb, because low carb is like the only thing that works for me that I can really stick with, as long as I can get rid of the sweet cravings. So I was like, no matter what, you starting low carb January the 1st. I did that. I did. I lost 4 pounds doing it by myself. But let me tell y'all what changed the game, y'all. I got on compound Tirzepatide. I went ahead and ordered my compound Tirzepatide, y'all, and it came like sometime in January, probably like the 1st or 2nd week of January, I cannot remember. But before I started taking it, I was like, you need to get in the habit of eating right and exercising. And I started eating right and exercising even before I got the shot, y'all. So that's where that little 4 pounds came from. You know I said I could lose 10 pounds by myself, right? Yeah, we lost 4 pounds before we started getting on the shot. But let me tell y'all, once I got on the shot, what helped me out the most. So what I thought was so cool was that I don't have to go to the doctor. I don't have insurance, y'all. I can't go to the doctor and ask for this medicine. And plus, people were saying that they doctors wouldn't give it to them anyway. I was like, what's the point of paying for it then? What's the point of paying this insurance if the doctor's not gonna help you with what you need help on? But anyway, that ain't my problem. That was not my problem. So I love that it was coming to my door. Now, I was a little scared that I have to do the shot myself, because I don't like shots. But you know what? Once it came to my door, I got the shots. I was so freaking excited about it. I was like, girl, I don't care. You'll get over it. You'll get over it. And then after I did the shot, I was like, what in the baby shot is going on, y'all? Girl, you can't even feel that. You rub against something that hurt more than that. So I was like, oh, I can do this forever. I can do it forever. So I wanted to start my shot off like at the beginning of the week. I think I started on the Sunday. So I was still doing low carb, y'all. I was still doing my thing. I was still exercising. But I said on the Sunday, we're going to start the shot in the morning. We just going to get it started. Y'all, the first day I started the shot, I was like, is this going to hurt? First and foremost, is this going to hurt? And then I was looking at TikTok and stuff, and people was like, they weren't really worried about it hurting. They was just scared about doing it themselves. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care, girl, because you was not hurting when you was eating. You was not hurting when you was putting that food in your mouth. You hurting because you can't get this weight off. So I was like, I don't care what it is. I can deal with it. So my first day that I did my shot, y'all, and I felt that little tiny, it wasn't even a pinch, y'all. It was just like, something's there. I was like, oh, we're doing this forever. So my goal was to lose 60 pounds by my birthday, y'all. So I started in January and July 8th is my birthday. So I was trying to make sure that by my birthday, I was 129. That was 60 pounds lost. I was like 130. I really want to be 130, y'all, but I was trying to get an even number. So I was like, you lose 60 pounds by your birthday, girl, you doing it up. Did that. I did that. But anyway, let me tell y'all everything I did. On the first week of the shot, y'all, I was like, this ain't working. I was like, I don't feel nothing. I don't feel the difference. I did kind of feel like I didn't have any cravings, but also I started doing low carb already. So normally when you do low carb for like 2 weeks, the cravings go away. So I was like, I feel like this is just low carb. But I was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna follow what they told me to follow. So I start trying to get as much protein as possible in, trying to drink all my water, and make sure I was eating 3 meals a day. I was trying to make sure I was getting all of that done, and I was, because my appetite was still pretty much the same. It was easy to do that, but making the best choices, I had to work on that, y'all. Like, I didn't cheat at all. But still, it's just the thought was still in my head. On week 2 of my shot, I did not even think about food. I was actually struggling to eat food, but I kind of put it on the schedule. I was like, it's breakfast time, it's lunch time, it's dinner time. I couldn't really eat snacks in between my meals the second week because I just felt restricted. I wasn't hungry at all, and the fact that the food noise was gone, I wasn't even thinking about food, was crazy to me. So once I did my first shot, y'all, I started losing like 2 pounds a week was what I was losing, like average. Like some weeks I lost 5 pounds, some weeks I lost 3 pounds, some weeks I lost 1 pound. All the pounds count. We didn't care. As long as we was losing, we was happy. But like on average, 2 pounds a week was what I was losing. I was like, that's kind of healthy, okay? I feel good about that. I do. I feel like it's not too fast. So I think the first month, I ended up losing, it was like 14 pounds or something like that the first month. I lost 4 by myself, 10 on the shot. I was super proud because I already had lost more than 10 pounds like I normally do by myself. So I was like, oh, this shot is shining, y'all. So the second month I was on the shot, which was like 5 weeks, I decided to move up a dose. I don't know why. I just thought that you had to move up a dose. So I was at 2.5 milligrams to start. I lost my, let's say 14 pounds. And then the second month I was like, we need to move up a dose. I was restricted already. I don't know why I moved up the dose. I was like, oh girl, you're on the starter dose. And everybody says the starter dose is really nothing. So I was like, I'm ready to move up a dose. I didn't need to do that, but I did that. Moved up to 5 milligrams. Stayed on 5 milligrams the whole time, y'all. Like that was my sweet spot, the 5 milligrams of Tirzepatide. Like every week I lost at least 2 pounds. I might have lost more, I might have lost less, but it was like an average of 2 pounds a week. So I think the second month I lost like another 15 pounds or 12 pounds or something like that. And I was like, this shot is shining, y'all. The restriction was restricted. So on month 2, I felt like I had to be real intentional about eating. I was still on low carb. Also, exercising every single day. At one point, I was exercising twice a day in the mornings and at night, but then I had to stop doing it in the mornings because it was taking over my mornings, y'all. I couldn't commit, so I knew I could commit at night because you was at home anyway. So I did 30 minutes of cardio every single night, and when I was gone, I walked like it was nobody's business. I made sure I stayed active because I didn't want to stall on my weight loss journey. I think by month 3, y'all, we had already lost like 32 pounds. I was like, girl, number 1, I was feeling myself at 32 pounds lost, and I was only halfway there, y'all. I was like, girl, where's your stomach at? Your stomach is gone. If y'all can look back at some other videos, y'all see like, girl, you had a stomach. You did, girl, you did that. I did. So when I started seeing month 3 was when I just knew that I would stick with this until the end because the results were drastic. Like, I lost 30 pounds before, y'all, in 3 months. But it never looked like that. It never did. It never looked that good. And I was doing low carb. I was doing the same exact thing. Low carb and exercising 30 minutes. And I think it was the food noise. When you have food noise, you eat a little bit more, you just don't know it. But with Tirzepatide, that food noise went away and you had to be intentional about eating. So it just made it so much easier to stick to your routine. When I got to month 3, I noticed my clothes were super loose. I was like, girl, okay, this shot is working. This weight loss thing is working, girl. And it was. But I had not bought any new clothes. I was like, you can still kind of fit them because the clothes was already tight before I got started. They had just loosened up on month 3, and I was like, okay, well, I do know it's working now. I do know it's working because my clothes are not sticking to me, you know, because I wouldn't go up a size. One thing about me, even if I'm gaining weight, I don't want to go up another size. We're not doing it. We're going to stick our extra large as long as possible, and then we're going to do something about it. I was hoping that. You know what I noticed since I have lost the 60 pounds, I have a whole bunch of energy. Like before, I still had the spark. But like I still got tired. Like, girl, yes, you're upbeat, but also go sit down somewhere. Now, I feel like I can run. Y'all, let me tell you this. I can run now. That's one thing that I've noticed. I can run. Me and my husband, we walked the neighborhood, and we walked the neighborhood before, but like we walking it. If I'm going, we just gonna walk it. And I was telling my husband, I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to walk it, run it, walk it, run it. Now, I could have never done this before the 60 pound loss, y'all. So we went outside, and I was like, let's just start out with a race. Y'all, tell me why I raced my husband to the stop sign and won. I was like, and wasn't even tired. That was crazy to me. I could have never done that 60 pounds heavier. I was already breathing hard just walking, you know, just holding my breath, because I'm used to holding my breath. But anyway, now I can walk, I can run, I can jog. It's not a problem anymore. And then once I get home, I don't have to go lay down because I'm exhausted. It's just like, oh, that was nice. Look at what we did. Like, the stamina is up, the energy is up, the weight is down. I'm excited about my life. I am. So since I started my journey, y'all, I started taking my multivitamins. I started taking my iron every single day. I started taking my fiber, and also my hair, skin, and nail gummies. I don't know what that's called, but like all the vitamins that I need in my body, I have been taking because I feel better. I just want to be better, and I'm just making better choices. Like, girl, who are you? I don't know. But I do feel good about it. I do. So a lot of people ask me, girl, did you have any symptoms? What was the symptoms on the shot, girl? I had the headaches, I had the dry mouth, and I had the constipation, y'all. Those were the 3 things that bothered me the most in the beginning. Under control now. Like, I think I got it under control after 6 months. I should anyway. I still could drink more water though. I could. Sometimes I do wake up with a headache, but not every day like before. So if you have a headache, you're probably not drinking enough electrolytes. Get your electrolytes in every single day. I would say, and please don't fight me on this, get your electrolytes in before you drink your water in the morning. Get the electrolytes in, and then get your water in, and then get your protein in. Hey, I'm just telling you what I do. If you don't want to take the advice, I get it. But electrolytes is going to get that headache going. It's going to get that water started, I guess. I don't know what the science is behind it. All I do know is you want to make sure you get them electrolytes in to stop them headaches. And then get your water in to hydrate a little bit more, and then start on that protein shake, y'all. Because if y'all are on this journey, you better believe y'all drinking protein shakes. Ain't no way you not. Somebody was asking me, did I have problems with my hair coming out? Did your hair shed? Is there a problem with your hair, girl? Is your hair falling out? Honestly, I don't know. I have a lot of hair, y'all. My hair is thick. It's pretty thick. It's still pretty thick. It's a lot of hair, y'all. If it is coming out, it's not very noticeable. Also, I will get a wig. I've never been this successful with weight loss. Girl, I don't care about my hair. I'll get a wig. But as of right now, the 6 months that I have been on it, I have not had any struggles with my hair loss, with hair coming out. At this point, I would cut my hair and start over. Girl, I don't care about that. I just want to lose weight because that's the hardest struggle of my whole entire life. I did not care about that because you can always buy hair like this. You can buy hair tomorrow, but you can't buy weight loss instantly like you can buy hair instantly. Also, somebody was asking me about loose skin. Yeah, I have loose skin, y'all. I do. Let me show you. It's not that bad. It's not. It doesn't bother me at all. I only mention it because y'all mention it. Like, I do not care about loose skin. Did you see my stomach and my arms and my body before this? Does not bother me at all. I feel like I'm a winner. But here we go. This is the loose skin I have on my arms. On my arms. That's it. This is nothing. This is nothing, y'all. I do not care about, my arms don't bother me. I have my arms out every day. I do. Also, that people were asking me about my loose skin on my stomach. Do I have loose skin on my stomach? I do. I do, y'all. I actually do. Let me show y'all. So here's my stomach. It actually has gotten better. I'm on maintenance, y'all. I'm not even losing any more weight. I'm still 129 right now. But here's my stomach. It does have loose skin on it. I do not want to train and make the skin tighter. I don't want to do it. I had a lot of people give me advice on like, girl, you need to get in the gym and weight train. Girl, I don't want to do that. I like my body. I like my skin just the way it is. I like my arms. I like my stomach. I like my legs. I like my regimen of me just working out 30 minutes a day. I like things that I'm doing for myself right now because before I was doing nothing for myself. So the things that I'm doing now, I'm proud of. I love that y'all are giving me advice, but this body, I'm proud of it, y'all. I don't want to fix it anymore. This is perfect. If it doesn't do anything else, this is perfect for me. Also, people were asking me, do I get cravings still? Do I have food noise? I don't have any cravings, y'all. The only thing I crave is the things that I buy, and it's just low carb stuff. I have gotten in a routine of eating low carb. The things that I want to eat is low carb. Like, I'm going to eat my protein bars. I'm going to drink my protein iced coffee that I love. And I'm going to just eat low carb. Like, I love the things that I eat right now. I have been doing it for so long. It's a habit. That's what I crave. I crave the protein stuff. I know that I need protein in my body, so I really don't care. I've had all the snacks, y'all, up till now. I know what they taste like. I don't crave them anymore. I don't even crave fast food. You know how when you pass by McDonald's, you be like, I ain't had McDonald's in a while. You know, no, I don't want that at all. Like, no, I actually don't have any cravings. I only crave to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner because I need to. Like, that's it. Also, let me give you some advice, y'all. Always eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do not starve yourself. It's very easy to starve yourself. I noticed that when I did not prioritize eating my protein and eating like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that I only lost 1 pound that week. But when I prioritized my meals and I was eating the protein that I needed and I was trying to reach my protein goals, I felt like I lost like 3 pounds that week. Like, I lost the most weight when I was doing right. And by doing right, just meeting my protein goals, eating my meals, because I was not going off of my diet for nothing. I wasn't. Now that I'm in maintenance, I'm at my 129 goal. What I struggle with now, y'all, is what my size is. I don't know. I'm not used to going down to a lower size. The lowest that I have been in my adult life is probably a size 9, and I was proud of it. I have 9s right now that I need to give away in my closet that I could not get into, but I was trying to hold on to them just in case I do one day. Also, something I struggle with, spending a lot of money on clothes, y'all, because when you can fit everything, you want to buy everything. That's a struggle for me. A lot of people say that when you're in maintenance, that it's hard. You know, the hardest part is being in maintenance and like keeping your weight steady. I don't feel like that's a problem for me. I feel like since I'm still eating low carb and I'm still doing the same thing I was doing in the beginning, that the only problem I do have, y'all, is losing weight. Like, I'm trying to find my right dose right now. I'm on the 2.5 milligrams of Tirzepatide. I still am, but I'm trying to find like how often I should be taking it right now, because the only thing about maintenance is if you are eating the same way you were eating before, as far as like your low carb and getting your water and your protein in, you may still lose some weight. I had a time last week when I was at 127 and I was like, what? You need to eat more, which I don't. I was eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, but I'm eating low carb, so low carb be low carbon, y'all. I say try low carb because low carb be low carbon, y'all. But my struggle is only to keep my weight between 129 and 135 and not going below the 129, because I built these habits that I do not want to get rid of. I don't mind, you know, if it's a little movie night, a little date night, you know, you don't have to eat low carb then, but it's not a movie night or date night or a vacation or time to travel every week. So mostly low carb is what I'm doing. Since I'm doing mostly low carb, my body is saying, are we still trying to lose weight? So at this point, y'all, I'm feeling like it's the low carb that's making me lose weight versus, you know, my dosage. But until I get to a point where we're just at a steady weight, we're not dipping below, then we're still working on our maintenance. Let me give y'all some advice, because I've looked on TikTok, I looked on social media, and some people are on this shot, they're on Tirzepatide, they're on semaglutide, and they're still like eating out like McDonald's. They're like, we can still eat what we want, which I don't know if you can or not, because I didn't do that. But what I can say is, if you set to a diet and stick with it without just going out to eat and eating like you normally were doing, then I think that you're gonna develop healthy habits. And once you are done losing the weight that you need to lose, you're going to continue to be a steady weight because you already have developed the habits. You're going to stay working out, you're going to stay on top of your eating, and you're going to love your new body, so you ain't going to want to mess that up, right? Right, I know I don't. Things that I have noticed since I got to my goal weight, y'all, on my journey is my confidence is up here. It's to the roof, y'all. I feel so good about myself now. I just feel like, girl, you is out here, you is cute, you is doing your thing. This is who you were supposed to be the whole time. I feel good, y'all. I feel so good about it. Also, things that I have noticed, people are way more accommodating when I'm at this weight than they were when I was 60 pounds heavier, which is crazy because I was still the same person, still nice, still upbeat, like still the same person, but it's something about losing weight that just make people a little bit more nicer. I don't know what it is. I don't really pay attention to a lot of people, but I do notice when people do kind things. And I feel like since I've lost the weight, people are just, they're kind, they're accommodating. I just know that people have been going out of their way for me. And that's crazy to me because my personality has not changed. Only my physical has changed, which, okay, if you're gonna be more accommodating now, cool. I like this treatment anyway. But that's so crazy that you do get treated differently when you lose the weight. You do. Now, I treat everybody the same, whether their weight is up or down or whatever. I did notice that people are running to help me now. It's crazy. I don't know how that works out, but I must say it does feel good to get that kind of treatment. I just thought about another thing. I used to always want to do fun things that revolve around food, and now I'm just like, can we do something else besides go out to eat? Do we have to just go eat? Can we do an activity? I feel like I be wanting to do activities versus just going out to eat or snacking or my life revolving around food, y'all. Now I eat to live, I don't live to eat, and that's wild to me because my whole life I have been living to eat. That was the best thing. That was the best part of my life. But now I eat to live. Who am I? I don't know. One thing I can say about losing weight is, since you gain the confidence, you kind of lose the depression. I don't know if that's for everybody, but me, when I started gaining weight, I feel like I was getting depressed and down and just feeling like, girl, it's out of your control. But now, no depression, all happiness. Like, girl, I don't know what it has to do with your mind, but it's working. It's working, y'all. I no longer feel down about myself. I am so excited about life, which I've always been excited about life, but I did not want to go into what I was excited about at my weight because I want to take pictures. I want to make memories, and I don't want to make memories of me being bigger. Like, girl. So if I could do this all over again, y'all, I would 10 million times. Like, I wish I would have knew about this sooner. I have no idea when they came out with this Tirzepatide. I have no idea, but what I do know is I'm glad I figured it out. I'm glad I found it because this is the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. And the fact that it's working, y'all, I just feel so good about it. Like, what is my life now? It's whatever you want it to be, girl. It's whatever you want it to be because you look the way you've always felt. Good, girl. You feel good. You look good. But if y'all are interested in starting your own journey, I'm going to leave all the information in the description. It's going to save you $40 off your first month with my code. And I don't know, y'all. I'm not even trying to convince you. I'm just telling y'all my story. I feel so good about myself. I love my life. The sky is the limit at this point, y'all. The only thing that was holding me back from anything was my weight, y'all. And now, nothing can stop me. But thank y'all so much for watching today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and also hit the notification bell so you know every time I post. I love y'all so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Even the house, sometime before 3, Spark loaded me up.
You have to have 1 dirt road per day at least.
She gon' get 7 minutes. Find a deal on a cruise. Take a solo trip to Bali. She'll show you that too. Like. Share. Got the good job.
I'll meet
you over there.